Welcome back, my dear students. How was your holidays? How was your Christmas parties? Great.
They were good.
Maria Jose, how was your holidays? Did you have a Christmas dinner?
Yes, I had a Christmas dinner with my family. It was delicious.
What about you, Katie?
Travel, grandparents.
Oh, you traveled to your grandparents.
Yes.
It's okay?
Yes.
Okay. And what about you, Emily?
I went to the beach.
You visit the beach. That's okay? So, okay, guys. Today we are going to be talking about the what we did during the holidays, and learn how to describe these events. Okay, how to describe an event that happened before another event in the past. Okay. For that, I'm going to give you some papers in which we are going to find one exercise. Please take one and pass to the others. Maria Jose, can you come to the front, please? Okay, what we are going to do in this exercise is the next activity. Okay, here we are going to read the three dialogues and complete the gaps according to the past perfect and past simple tenses. Okay. Okay, let's correct. Let's check the answers. Let's move to this part. In this case, Katie, you are going to help me. They're reading the first dialogue. Okay, with Emily.
Yeah. By the time we had arrived at my grandparents' house, they had already started eating dinner.
Okay, could you repeat the first sentence?
By the time we had arrived at my grandparents' house,
By the time.
we had arrived
Okay, continue.
at my grandparents' house. They had arrived eating dinner. They had started eating dinner.
In this case, we use the first sentence as I. By the time we.
By the time we had arrived,
We arrived
at my grandparents' house,
at my grandparents' house, comma,
they had started eating dinner.
This is good. what do you think about that sentence, George?
I think the hat at the beginning is not correct. By the time we arrive at the conference hall.
Okay, for that I'm going to show you a small timeline in which we can be sure that the time of the verbs are not correct. In this case, we need to take into account that we are going to expressing two ideas that happened in the past. Okay? For that, we have first the present perfect and the past simple or simple past. Okay? Okay, in the timeline we are going to be noting that we are going to use the past perfect to express an idea that happened first. And the past simple we are going to use the past simple to talking about an idea that happened after the past perfect. For example, we're going to write an example. Okay. Now, Oscar, please could you help me reading this?
Yes,
Sentence.
she had baked a cake before the guests arrived.
Okay, according to you, what action did happen first?
She baked the cake.
She baked the cake. Okay. Now, I need you to correct that. Okay. So, Heidi, could you correct this sentence, the first sentence of your partner?
Yes, I think it will be like by the time we arrived at my grandparents' house, they have already started eating dinner.
Where is the mistake?
We need the past simple years here, and then here the past perfect.
Okay. Now, Heidi, the same. Could you help me reading the second sentence? According to what you know,
This sentence.
the second sentence of the first dialogue.
Yeah. My cousin had decorated the Christmas tree before I got there.
My cousin.
My cousin had decorated the Christmas tree before I got there.
Perfect. No, I didn't do that. Now, we're going to do another exercise. Please take one, and pass to the others. Same thing. Now, in this case, we're going to be working in pairs in order to get some feedback with each one. Here, what we are going to do here. In this case, we're going to be completing this worksheet in pairs. All of that in order to practice what we already know.
Sorry, teacher, I have a doubt in the first sentence. So what happened first? I went to my grandparents' house or I eat dinner?
Okay, now, as you can see here, we have the timeline, okay? In this timeline, the objective of this timeline is to locate you in the time, okay? Here, the past perfect is the grammar we're going to use to locate an action that occurs first. And then we are going to use the past simple to complete the idea.
So first they had started eating dinner, right?
Sure. In this case, arrived at my grandpa's house, of course, is the past simple. That's occur then after starting the dinner.
Okay, thank you.
Have you finished? Okay, Emily, could you help me with the first?
So the first one that I have is when the guests arrived, we finished the trip.
Oh, you mean you have finished the three before the guests arrived, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's move to the next. George?
When I opened my gift, my brother had already opened his.
Okay. Now, for that, we are going to notice that we use in some of those sentences we use some keywords to at the moment to start the sentence or at the moment to complete the idea. Okay, as you can see here. By the time or before. Could you help me, could you tell me some examples of that, another example of this expression that we can use for this time? For example, for past perfect, we are going to use keywords like already. This is another keyword. Already. What else we can use?
After.
After. Heidi?
For the past perfect, I think we can use by the time.
By the time. And now about the past simple. What we can use, Emily?
After.
For example, after again, when here before. Okay? And that's all. So, in the case of our lesson plan, we already use some different strategies to identify and correct the learner mistakes. The first one that we use in the leading part of this lesson plan was the reformulation strategy, in which, for example, the student mentioned that travel grandparents and we need to contextualize that with the grammar that we are going to use, saying that, oh, you traveled to your grandparents' house, right? And the second strategy is to identify the mistake in which we already learned in the book. After collecting the complete answers that the exercise provides us, we need to correct all the mistakes that the student has.
Yeah. Another strategy or technique that we use is a timeline. So this is good because it helps students to visualize in which sequence and order each action happened in relation to the time. Also, we use peer correction. So as you remember, Heidi corrected me, and this helps to not only depend on the professor correction and improves collaboration.
Okay, and the last two strategies that we selected were recasting, that is kind of similar to reformulation, but it's not the same because here you are repeating the sentence, but you correct your student. So, for example, if your student say, she baked a cake before the guests arrived, you can say, oh, you mean she had baked? So you rephrase and then you are correcting the mistake. And also we have used gesture or facial expressions, and you can use either good facial expressions like a smile, or you can show a face like that is showing doubt, like are you sure, but only with your face. So those were the strategies that we used during this lesson, that as it is grammatical forms, the students tend to make mistakes, and those are part of the learning process.